Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Faiz Maulana from University of Indonesia, and today, before I start this presentation, let me say thank you for this occasion, and it's an honor to be here that I can presenting my research. So, the title of my research is Spatial Study of Land Use Change with Total Suspended Solid and Salinity Condition in Cimandiri Estuary, West Java. And these are the outline of my presentation. Start with introduction, then followed by methods, then result and discussion, conclusion, and ended in reference. So let's get started with an introduction. So the background of this research began with the issuance of policy by the government of Sukabumi Regency regarding the development and spatial planning of the region, especially in coastal areas. This policy causing changes in forest land into open land and bare land. As quoted from the Beritarakyat.com news, where Pak Herman, as an environmental activist in Sukabumi, said that along with land use change, the upstream area of Cimandiri watershed has become very critical. This condition supported by the data from BPD Citarum, Ciliwung, in 2009, where the sediment rate of Cimandiri watershed has reached 97.1 tons per hectare per year. If this still continue, it could affect TSS condition and other water quality such as salinity in Cimandiri Estuary. As stated by Martini, Cimandiri Estuary acts as a breeding grounds for glass eels. However, the main problem is due to the high mortality rate, one of which is due to inadequate water quality. The maintenance of glass eel seeds becomes difficult. So it is necessary to do the mapping on TSS distribution and salinity in the Cimandiri Estuary waters to monitor water quality in the coming year. And we move on to the methods. Land use data is acquired from RBI map and Landsat imagery by doing digitizing and interpreting Cimandiri watershed in 2000, 2010 and 2020, and afterward, to obtain salinity, Landsat imagery that has been corrected are converted into part per thousand value using Cimandiri algorithm calculation, and after that the salinity is obtained in the wet and dry months in 2000, 2010 and 2020. And for total suspended solid, was acquired by converting Landsat imagery that has been corrected using Budiman algorithm calculation in 2000, 2010 and 2020, and after that the TSS was obtained in the wet and the dry month. Then we move on to the results and discussions. This is the map of land use change in Cimandiri watershed. It can be seen from the map from 2000 till 2020, agricultural land has become the dominant land in Cimandiri watershed. It keeps expanding throughout the year, and so as in the settlement land, it keeps increasing, especially in the east of the watershed, while the land use that has been decreasing in period of 20 years is in forest. And as we can see in this graph, the land use that significantly changed is in agriculture and forest. The following information is a comparison of the TSS distribution area in wet and dry months with land use area in 2000 till 2020. And if we look at the right side, it is a graph about changes in the area of TSS distribution for wet and dry months. And it can be seen from that graph that the TSS concentration in the Cimandiri Estuary is dominated by the lower than 25 mg per liter classification, whose trend of change tends to be remain. But if we see in higher TSS concentration at the more than 80 mg per liter classification, in these last 20 years has always increased. This indicates that the TSS in the Cimandiri Estuary in 2000 till 2020 tends to increase. And if we associate this with the land use change, aligned with the statement of Triono 2007, due to significant land changes in forest and agricultural land, where from my research, where forest land has decreased in area and agriculture has increased in area, these two lands greatly affect the TSS concentration content. And also in line with the statement of Guvrona 2006, where land use which is dominated by agricultural crops has a significant effect on the occurrence of sedimentation and siltation in the water and the water quality. And if we look spatially, the TSS area in 2000 only concentrated around the front to the south of the coast, with a predominance of classification between 25 until 80 milligram per liter. And then in 2010, TSS concentrations began to appear in the north of the coast and began to be dominated by classifications more than 80 milligram per liter. And in 2020, TSS concentration began to appear along the coast with concentrations for more than 80 milligram per liter. And the following information is the relationship between TSS and salinity tested using Pearson correlation. And in 2000, 2010, and 2020, both wet and dry months show a negative Pearson's value and had a significance below 0.05%, which means that there was a negative relationship between TSS and salinity, which means that the higher the TSS value, the lower the salinity value, and vice versa. And this result can be taken by explaining the distribution of salinity below. And the following information is about comparison between the area of salinity distribution with TSS distribution for wet and dry month for year in 2000 until 2020. Generally speaking, if we look at the right side, it's a graph about changes in area of salinity. The salinity concentration tends to decrease in the last 20 years. This can be seen at the highest salinity concentration in the classification for more than 30 part per thousands, which tend to decrease from 2000 till 2020. And if we associate this to the following TSS value in the left side, graph that is in the left side, it can be seen that the TSS value in the last 20 years has increased higher and wider. And this is in accordance with the result of the Pearson correlation test that has been done. That relationship between TSS and salinity is reversed, negative relationship, where when the TSS value is higher, the salinity value decrease. And also aligned with the research of Fang et al. At 2010, where there is a significant relationship between TSS and salinity, where the correlation is negative. And these are the distribution of salinity in 2000, 2010, and 2020. Especially if we look at this salinity distribution during this period of 20 years, salinity has shifted to lower classification value, either in wet month or dry month. In 2000, salinity in lower classification only concentrate around the front of the coast, while in 2010, salinity in lower classification began to extend more toward the sea. And in 2020, low salinity concentration almost dominate in the estuary zone, especially in the wet months. And these are the conclusion of this research. The first one is changes in land use and their impact on TSS. The first point is during 2000, 2010, and 2020, there was a decrease in the area of forest land and open land, while settlement and agriculture always showed an increase in area. And the second point is, along with the large dominance of agricultural land and the decrease in forest land, TSS concentration was getting higher in the classification of more than 80 milligram per liter, which means that TSS was getting denser. And the second one is relationship between TSS and salinity. The first point is, the higher the TSS value, the lower the salinity value in estuary Cimandiri, and vice versa. And the second point is, based on the Pearson correlation statistical test, there is a negative correlation between TSS and salinity in both wet and dry months. And these are the references that I used in this presentation. Thank you. Is there any question?